So this is Regent Street, and this is Yarmouth's biggest shopping district. You have Rubens or Rubias's or Rude Bars, which actually does Rude's chocolate bars, See You Next Tuesday and a bunch of others. It's actually quite funny. I actually bought a couple of them a year ago from online, and I bought some for my son and his girlfriend, and she didn't really appreciate it, but it's the thought that counts. I got them for Christmas. So you've got like trading co, so you've got clothing places, food places. You've got a few restaurants sprinkled in, bags galore. I've actually bought a bag from there before, and I actually still got it, which is kind of cool. And then obviously you used to have the bowling alley before it burnt down, and you used to have the mini shopping precinct, which was like a underground shopping centre, and that burned down. If you remember, a few years ago they had a really bad fire, and the entire place just went up. This is a really good place. It's called Dead Good, and they sell like really gothic-y stuff, like emo, goth, alternative, hats, beanies, clothes, you name it. They sell it. This is a really good place to eat. The Hamburger. Used to go there all the time when I used to come on holiday with my mum and dad back in the day. Albatros's is quite nice Italian cuisine. A little pricey, but it is kind of nice. Pizza and all that good stuff. I do love an Italian. This is a new shop. It's called Juliette. And I actually bought some really cool stuff in there the other day, which you'll see at some point. And I actually used to work on Regent Street as well. About, oh God, when did I work here? 10 years ago? 10, 11 years ago? And I used to work in a restaurant called The Princess. It was on the main high street down here, and it was called The Princess. And I worked there a few months before giving it up and deciding it wasn't my calling in life. Then you have the odd restaurant that is now up for sale. The thing is, with the coast, it's hit and miss, because during the summer you're fucking heaving, and then this is winter and you're just offset. Okay, it is 8 a.m, to be fair. You got Charlie's Tapas restaurant. You've got a tattoo studio, just in case you fancy getting those drunken tattoos before you go home. Got a beautiful church as well. You know me, I love my churches, especially if they have a graveyard. This one, not so much. It is more of a church. The graves are actually elsewhere. Potter's Rock Factory. If you go down to the other building, which is down that end, you can actually see the rock being made, like with your own two eyes, and then buy some, which is kind of cool. Now this one, Grill and Grind, they sell 99 pence hot dogs and 99 pence burgers. Unbelievable. They are the king of the cheap. You get a cheeseburger for £1.50. I mean, where else can you get that? Cheeseburgers for £1.50. Then you get this pub, the Prince Regent. I've actually been in there. I went in there when I came down with my sister one time. Then you get multicultural restaurants. So you're never stuck for like different foods at all. This one, especially Vogue, I especially like going in there for like your old school seaside-y stuff, like your fudge and that. And I actually bought a bag out of there last time, if you saw on my previous vlog, from my last trip. And then I used to work here. I used to work here when it was the Princess. Many moons ago. That's where I used to work. But it was called the Princess. Then you get the joke store, which is actually quite terrifying. If you go in there during Halloween, they have all the moving animatronics, and it's quite creepy. Some kids were actually refusing to go in there yesterday because there's like a white ghost in there, and it just puts you off. Then they have the vomiting guy outside, which I'll try and show you when I come back this afternoon. This has been many things. Now, it used to be a bingo hall, and I spent most of my life going there. Then it became an entertainment complex, which was like a theatre, and now it's just nothing. Then it became a club. They've tried many things with it, but it is such a grand building. You have no idea what the inside is like. It is, when it had the bingo hall in it, it was amazing. So these bits down here are where the underground shopping used to be that burnt down. Unfortunately, there was an electrical fire, I believe it was started, that caused it. I'd have to Google it and make sure. And you used to have the bowling at the top. It used to have a shopping complex underneath, and it's such a sorry story. But all these little things were built, and now you've got little, what I want to call them pop-up shops, because you can like pop them up, come back a year later. So you've got this one, which is kind of cool. It's a manga. It's called Gotcha. It's a manga books and gift shop. You got Jane's Avon's, another tattoo parlor. One of these days, I might convince myself, but not yet. I'm too much of a pussy. Unless I can be put to sleep to have a tattoo, I just can't have it done. The needles just, I pass out when they take my blood. But I have already have my tattoo drawn out that I want. It's just picking up the courage to have it done. But maybe one day. And then you've got all your little kitschy places along that side. And then moving on down, like I said, these were the ones, especially the woodcraft guy. His stuff in there for Halloween is just amazing. He's got Nightmare Before Christmas stuff and Scream and Freddy and all that. All carved out of wood. Looks amazing. I'll have to see if I can get some videos and some footage. This used to be the waxworks, and I actually went in there, and down in the basement they used to have a Sweeney Todd exhibit. It was so good, but people's interests over the years have changed, and it just lost money. It didn't draw people, and it didn't, I guess, move with the times. But you used to have a Sweeney Todd exhibit in the basement. Oh, and the darkness and the creepiness, and just because of Sweeney Todd being a technical serial killer, it was kind of cool. Been in there before, La Continental. I found it very expensive. I found it a bit pricey. $12.90 for a lasagna. It wasn't really my type of store. Then you get all your little kitschiness, your socks, your underwear, your blankets, your beddings, your towels, all the stuff you want to take home to keep cozy with, you know, when you're back off old Blighty. And then you get Martin's. Now, Martin's is the store I like to go to. You get your brooches, you get your swords, knives. And then this one is in the back. See the back right through there? That back bit there is where they actually make the rock, and you can actually watch it. I mean, how cool is that? This is my favourite store because they sell, I don't know if you can see, all manner of, like, they do jewellery and all of that. But then they sell weirder stuff like knives, pocket knives, more kind of stranger bits. They do ornaments. They do like homely, kitschy stuff. But then they do replica guns and stuff. They've done katanas and everything. then Holly will appreciate the troll cart because we spend our life in Weatherspoons while we're in Dereham on our breaks. So here you go, Holly, the troll cart, i.e. the Weatherspoons of Great Yarmouth. And then you get this place, which is meant to be the best fish and chips in Yarmouth. Never tried it before, couldn't judge. But yeah, it looks good. And that is effectively Regent Street. So like and subscribe, give it a big thumbs up, support the channel with a PayPal, super chat, super thanks, become a member, and I will see you very soon. Bye guys.